Now, people really want to know, where does my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu art come into play? I didn't do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu like that. The Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu artist told me it's not going to benefit me coming in there because people are going to get mad thinking you're pranking them on being a white belt. And then if you just walk in here with a black belt, everybody's going to question that too. And it's just going to look funny. Um, Honestly, I forgot what I was going to say. Okay, so where people want to know where my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu art is at. Okay, so Gracie tapped out everybody in the Super Fight Ultimate Fighting Championship, which means there was no weight classes. Like, I don't have a weight class. And he tapped out everybody. Then the UFC changed rules. He had to fight Matt Hughes, and Matt Hughes tapped him out to strikes. He almost broke his fucking arm. Then Matt Hughes fights BJ Penn, which is an elite black belt, won a world championship in like 3 years, which I don't really know if he's really got a black belt like that because I think he might have just had enough money to pay people for it. But I'm not saying he doesn't got any skill. Now, Nate and Nick Diaz both have their black belts in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. And they fucked BJ Penn up. And they're fighting through Strike Force, and I'm training guys that are in Strike Force. That is pro MMA. It's actually pro MMA that's better than UFC because when you look at those UFC fighters that are champions, they were derived from Strikeforce Pro Fighting, but it wasn't televised, so we didn't make no money. I mean, we made a lot of money as fighters, but the money didn't continue. So I've beaten guys that have beaten Nick and Nate, which have beat BJ Penn, which has beaten Matt Hughes, which has beaten Hoist Gracie. I don't know where to tell you my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is at, and neither does nobody else. So we stick with the fact I'm an MMA fighter. Mixed martial arts.